Good Wednesday to you. So today we are going to have day one of writing equations of lines. We're going to hit 3 of the forms today, and then we'll have or 3 of the different style of problems, I believe would be a better way of saying it. And then on Thursday in the live class, we'll talk about the other way of or the other style of problems that you will see from this section. Okay? Just a quick refresher from yesterday. So we have 3 different forms of lines. Okay? We have the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Okay? The most common form of a line. Okay? We have standard form of a line, ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are integers, so no fractions or decimals. Most of the time we try and get a also positive, but if we don't, we're okay with that too. Those 2 are going to be your answer forms. Okay, those are going to be the forms that you want your answers in. The point-slope form of a line is going to be the tool that you use to get to the answer. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be where you start. You're going to be given at least 1 point. That's where you start, find the slope, and then go from there. Okay? So we're going to use those 3 in different problems as we go along. Okay? So 3 different types of problems from this section. We'll do 2 of them today, 1 tomorrow. The kicker is that you are going to need to read the instructions to 1, get the information that you have, and 2, figure out what your answer should look like. So if it says put it in point slope, or excuse me, if it says put it in slope intercept form, you need to be in y equals mx plus b. If it says standard form, you need to be in standard form, and so on and so forth. Okay? If there is no specific instructions, if it just said something along the lines of like this, if it just said that, then slope-intercept form is your go-to. Okay? But if it specifically says which form that you're going to be in, then you need to be in that particular form. Okay? So, this one. Find the equation of a line that passes through the point h, -5 and has a slope of 1/4 in slope-intercept form. So I have a point and I have a slope, so I'm first going to start with the point-slope form. In that, we have y minus a -5. And that's going to equal our slope is 1/4 x minus 8. Oops, that breaks. Wrong color on that one. There we go. Okay. Where we get that information from the point, those are in the blue, and we get the slope from the problem. Okay? So from that, we are going to now put it in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I need to solve this equation for y. So that's going to be y plus 5 is going to equal 1/4 x times x, and then 1/4 times 8 is 2. So then that's minus 2. Still don't have it in y equals form, but I can subtract 5 from both sides, and now I've got it as y equals 1/4 x minus 7 as my slope-intercept form of the line. Okay? So first off, use what you have in the point slope form. Then from there, put it in whichever form you want it. Okay? If this were standard form, we'd have to get rid of the fraction of 1/4, multiply everything by 4, move the x to the same side as the y, and go from there. Okay? Love it. Second style is going to be you are given 2 points. Okay? So if I'm given 2 points, we'll go with a purple point and a blue point. Okay? The very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to have to find the slope between those 2 points by subtracting the y's over subtracting the x's. So that's going to be 1, lots of colors here now, minus -9 all over -2 minus 3. So that's going to be 1 minus -9 is 10, because it's really 1 plus 9. -2 minus 3 is -5. So that gives me a slope of -2. Okay? And I'm going to use that now with either one of those 2 points. And I'm going to use that now in the point slope form. See if I can just a little bit and bring it down. Okay. So over here on this side, I'm going to do both points and show you that it doesn't matter which point you use. So we have y minus 1 equals, our slope is -2 times the quantity x minus -2. And then we also have, if we use the other point, y minus -9 equals -2 times the quantity x minus 3. We need to get this into standard form, so let's make it look a little prettier. Okay? Y minus 1 equals -2x. Minus a negative is like plus, so that's like plus there. So then we're going to have +2 times -2 is -4. Then from here, I would add 2x to both sides because x and y need to be on the same side. At the same time, I would add 1. And that gives me 2x plus y equals -3. X and y are on the same side, no fractions, perfect. Okay? Let's go over to this other one. Y plus 9 equals -2x plus 6. Again, I would add 2x to both sides. But here now I would subtract 9. And that would also get me 2x plus y equals -3. So they both give me that same answer. which is what I want. And that just goes to show that it doesn't matter which point you use. So you would first find the slope, then use the point slope form to find the equation of the line, then put it in whichever form your answer requires. That concludes today's notes. We will pick up on this tomorrow, and we will continue on it with a formative on Friday. Thanks for playing along. I'll see you in class tomorrow.